local bread. How many local bread? Yes, few of you.
Not the drama.
Well, drama is also nice. Saravana Prabhu is very nice friend of ours. He was telling many stories to us and what difficulties they went through. Recently, he had stroke also. Their health was completely broken by those tortures of those KGB and psychological and medical, medicine they were giving to them. So, and he also came to this through, after army, he came. I will not be telling you all the stories from this book, definitely, but I'll tell you stories, some of them you never heard. And perhaps you'll never hear. And it's a real story, how Krishna actually manifested and helped devotees. And I'm very fortunate enough to hear these stories directly from their mouths. Right? Those devotees who get this experience, they were sharing with me. Because they were coming from jail, 1980s and 1990s, they were sharing these stories directly. Some of them said not anymore, but stories they will never be. There is an ill who say that Vaishnavas dying, they always will be living proud. Vaishnavas live and living try to spread the holy name around. So Srila Prabhupada actually, he I wanted just to give you some set up the mood. Somehow it's not showing.
Great. Good. Yeah, that's it.
A little bit slow. So in Soviet Union that time, it was very difficult situation. Srila Prabhupada, he got invitation to Russia from Professor Kotovsky. Have you heard this thing, Kotovsky?
Yeah.
Somehow it's not working. And it was very difficult situation between capitalism and communism. So communists all over the world, they wanted to establish this communism, and unite all the communism atheistic forces. I was one of them. I was actually communist. It was compulsory, Communist Party membership. So, and then communists, they had also their own parampara. Evam paramparam, paramparam, pam, 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 pam. So this is their own parampara also they have. Karl Marx, Lenin, Friedrich Engels, they have their own parampara, they have all their own teachings. And they're uniting people. It was very nice philosophy. It's not just very bad. It's very good points. In fact, they took all the good things from the Vedas, from Shastra. The only one thing, minus God. Bhagya. They took everything good and removed God. We want Ram Rajya, no Ram. We want Sita, but no Ram. And Srila Prabhupada actually was thinking how to get chance to go there and to give the seed of spiritual knowledge. But he didn't know how to go there. So he told one devotee and do contact with all the embassies. And somehow this devotee, he contacted the Russian embassy and Soviet Union at that time, SSSR, and Soviet Union or Soviet republics, And he happened to contact with one Professor Kotovsky. And he said, well, if you happen to be in Moscow, I will meet you. If only, but. So, but that even if you will be in Moscow, in Russian embassy, they took it as an invitation from Professor Kotovsky. Very nice. And somehow, on the basis of this conversation, they gave visa to Srila Prabhupada just for a few days. Can you imagine? Srila Prabhupada got visa to America for 2 months, not even for 1 year. And he went to America to change the world. Who would like to buy 10 Bhagavad Gita? Can somebody write down? You can write down here, and you can deposit your money in the book distribution again. So, yes. Look, everything started with the books. Now I'm going to tell you. Seriously, you will see how books are very important. Books are the basis of every preaching. Particularly one book, Bhagavad Gita, small book. So Srila Prabhupada got invitation and Prabhupada went to America for 2 months only. Prabhupada still, I'll do it. What is determination? He had the faith. I don't know, Krishna, why did you bring me here? But I know you must be having some plan. Make me dance as you want. Right? Like Jesus Christ said, let your will be, not mine, Father. I'm ready to go on the cross, no problem. Let your will be, not mine. Idam Govinda, idam Namama. Thank you. And Prabhupada said, no. Says, Prabhupada, your health is very bad. You cannot go there. But you go to, Hawaii. There's nice mango season. Very sweet mangoes and sea beach. Prabhupada said, preaching in cold Russia is much sweeter for me than sweetest mango of Hawaii. His Holiness Bhaktichara Maharaj, he was sharing with me once in Zurich actually. And he was saying, he said that in spiritual world we have 5 rasas, 5. Right? Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. But in material world, there is one extra rasa which not available even in spiritual world. Preaching rasa. No one to preach there. They are already pure devotees, everybody. But here demons are there. That preaching is special taste of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when Shyam Sundar Prabhu, he got that visa and he came to Srila Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, we got some few days visa to Russia. Prabhupada was beaming. He was so happy. Wow, fantastic. Kuch nahi to Tora. Uncle mein Tana Raja. So if no uncle, then why uncle? Then no uncle. At least we go for a few days there. No problem. It is said this is the quality of real leader. You can never become director of orchestra. Director of orchestra? You can never become the leader of orchestra unless you have a guts to show your back to the public. Because he's always standing his back to the public. You have to have a guts to show your back to the public opinion, basically. Patri does Samhita Tatpare. So we have to have a guts to swim against the crowd. And Srila Prabhupada went to Moscow just few days. No devotees, no. And Malati Mataji secretly put some book. Because they knew that there is no allowed ban, religion ban, nothing. Not possible to bring any literature, otherwise you will be inside bars. So they didn't take any books. But Malati Mataji secretly put one Bhagavad Gita in the class of Shyam Sundar Prabhu. He didn't even know that. And put many photos of Radha Krishna. At least some photos should be there. We can, smuggle Krishna inside Russia, as photos. You see? They said, yes, and they put this, and when they customs checking was there, they opened their suitcase. So Shyam said, no problem, no open, nothing is there. All of a sudden, book fall down on the floor. And photos. Oh no. Pasina. So then he's sweating. What is this? What to do? Oh no. Luckily, this customer officer, he became like fool. He didn't know anything about religion. So he took some boy, girl there. What is this? That's okay. So he was ignorant about this scriptures. Okay, take it. He was also embarrassed also. Okay, go. He give this book, let it go. Yes. Krishna said, I'm giving memory and forgetfulness. So somehow so somehow he became bewildered. So I let them in. And they were sitting in the hotel. And I'll show you a few photos. Maybe you never seen this photos also before, perhaps. And then Professor Kotowski invited him to the Department of Science to talk to him. This is the building. They had a discussion there. And then they were talking with Professor Kotowski. And the Kotowski professor invited him in the holiday, not a working day. Make sure that no workers will be there because he was scared for his police will come and KGB will put him in jail. So out of sight, out of mind, So nobody was there. It was holiday. So Prabhupada came when no one was there, only he and Kotowski. And Prabhupada was addressing him and spoke to him. This Professor Kotowski, he asked, what happened to you after death? 0. You die, Swamiji, you die, nothing will happen. Finish. Complete Agyana, Timir Andhasa. So this is a Professor Katowski, and he happened to be the son of the most famous Senapati of Second World War, General Katowski. You know, it was like Senapati Katowski of Russian Army, his son, very famous. So and somehow other they were discussing, and Shyam Sundar Prabhu, he took tape recorder and chupki chupki chori chori. He just simply recorded secretly this conversation, which later on came in the Science of Self-Realization book. And then they made this pamphlet, they printed pamphlet of this discussion. And later on they started to distribute this pamphlet, and KGB officer, KGB police will come to this proposal. What is this? I don't know, I don't know. I don't know. Secretly, they this discussion now, we know what they discussed these things. And then Prabhupada was staying in this in Hotel National, Hotel International Hotel. You know, he was staying there, very, very just several hundred meters from Red Square. And Prabhupada went to Red Square with his disciples, and he went to the only church, it's called Vasily Blazhenny Church. The only church was in all Russia, only one church, because also was for the tourists only mostly. And very famous photos of Prabhupada. He came to the Samadhi of Vladimir Lenin, the Samadhi. So we have, yeah, they have everything same. And it was very heavy regime of the Soviet army protection. Always KGB was following Prabhupada. One, his devotee was making photo, you see, behind this guy in the black suit. The moment devotee was trying to make photo of Srila Prabhupada, this guy put his face immediately, not to be recognized. They were following Srila Prabhupada to make sure that nobody can come close to him. He will not preach to anyone. Yeah, make sure. And then what happened, it was no vegetarian stuff there. You have to just go. And what happened, Shyam Sundar Prabhu used to go to market and buy some banana, some dahi, something. Because khali pet na bhajan gopala vilok na khanti mala. So they have to eat something. So he went to market and he happened to see one boy who happened to be, you know, working in Indian embassy. I didn't tell these details, but amazingly enough, later on KGB will be after this boy. But they will not touch him immediately because his mother was secretary of Stalin. Stalin was the, prime minister of country, some Second World War. You know, very, very famous. He tortured so many people actually. More people died because of rulership of Stalin. You know, we know that history. In Gulag, concentration camp in Siberia, he sent millions of people, and it said many people died after Second World War. More people died after the war than during the war. Because fear. People so much afraid. Everybody is scared, afraid. So he went, and this boy, his name was Anatoly. He came to him and said, "Oh, you guys, you are from foreign, huh? Videshi. Do we have some jeans? Because that time I remember nothing was available from abroad. It was like, iron curtain. It was blocked. Nothing from outside was allowed. And when any foreigner tourist comes, so Russians used to come, any pan, anything from America, anything. So any jeans, Lee Cooper jeans. So Shyam Sundar said, "No, I don't have jeans." And I said, "Do you have any CDs of Beatles?" No, Beatles. He said, "No, I don't have CD of Beatles, but I have Guru of Beatles." He said, "I have with me Guru of Beatles, not CD. CD is nothing. Guru of Beatles with me. Would you like to meet him?" "Wow, far out. I like to meet him. Come with me." So he took him inside the hotel. KGB couldn't do anything, He put this boy inside the room. And when he brought Anatoly to the room where Prabhupada was sitting alone, boring, sitting. When somebody like cow has so much milk, but there is no cow who will suck the milk. Cow is painful, So similarly, when Guru comes, so much knowledge to give, no one to give. They say in Hindi, Karam kamandala kahage tulsi kahage. Sai Sarita, Jal, Nadi, Koop, Adhikam, Bhumte ke saman. Karmi ka mandal. Could you container? Even you can get ocean, river, or well. You will not get even one more drop than your container allows you. Adhikam Bhumte ke saman. So people didn't have containers. They put it upside down. They didn't want to get knowledge about God. So that's why devotee like cow, painful. He wants to share, but no one to share. You cannot plant the seed on the marble or on the pitch road. No, you have to have fertile soil. No fertile, all this Gnostic, all this demoniac mentality. Nobody wanted to take God knowledge. So proper. And finally, he brought in Kripa Patra, one man who wanted to hear something. Prabhupada was, wow, he was beaming. Finally, somebody came. Come, sit down. Downloaded all Shastra in 3 days. Fast USB download. Download everything. Can you imagine? He really put he was putting hard, and at the end he gave him Diksha. Your name is Ananta Shanti. No Bhakti Shastri, no diploma, no recommendation, nothing. Come, take. It's your Diksha. You are Ananta Shanti. Then, and he told him, would you like to preach this knowledge? Can you spread, because we are leaving. We'll never come back again, perhaps. But can you take it ahead and can you share this with others? He said, well, I'm very much impressed. I'm very happy. I love to do this. But one exception, one condition. Can you bring me some Videshi girl? I want to get married with Videshi. Shadi.com. So, I'll have to do that business, what to do. So I said, okay, no problem. We'll manage. We'll do this. Don't worry. Okay, if you can get some Videshi girl for me, then many people coming to Krishna consciousness, Adhartha Jigyasu. Somebody wants to Rupam Dehi, green card Dehi, Videshi Dehi, America Jana Dehi, UK visa Dehi. I mean, this is okay. It's still 4 kind of people coming to me, Krishna says that. It's nothing wrong. I said, okay. Prabhupada went to London. We know that story, right? So he went to London and he came, and we know that story. I'll skip that story. Mandakini Mataji. Have you heard that story? She was Pujari in Bhaktivedanta Manor. And she was praying to Krishna once upon a time. She was sharing with us. Okay, I was praying. I heard that when Guru will ask you to do something, you should never say no to Guru. So, my dear Krishna, if anything happened like this, when Prabhupada will ask me to do something, please give me some intelligence not to say no. And she prayed to Krishna and forgot about that. Long back. But when Prabhupada came and said, where is Mandakini? Go Mandakini. Mandakini came to his room, Mataji. Came. What happened? What's any seva, Prabhupada? And Prabhupada said, well, would you like to get married with one boy in Moscow? And she said, Prabhupada said in such a way as if occasionally as if go and buy some potato. Go and get some 1 kilo of potato, like that. Go and get married. As if it is like, bayat ka kam, it's a lifetime commitment, man. So, but Prabhupada said it in such a way as if he was convinced that I'm going to do it. And that time, thought came to my mind, don't say no, don't say no, give me intelligence not to say no. And she said, yes, Prabhupada, I'm ready. Prabhupada smiled. I have to get my passport and I'll go to France, and from there I'll fly to Moscow. She went and she met with, it's a long story really. I'm doing a demo. Once maybe I'll come in the future, we can have seminar, 3 days retreat, we can tell more stories. But as I know, so see after the break. That's what we call it, trailer. So like that. She went with this boy, completely unknown city. What is this? I mean, perhaps not following all the principles, maybe it's not exactly vegetarian. Maybe, I don't know. She came and she got married with him. And she was teaching him Bhagavad Gita. She was teaching him how to make simply wonderful out of dry milk, She was making like sweet bowls. She was showing him how to do it. Simply wonderful. Isn't it? Once I heard this audio Prabhupada lecture. Somebody said, Srila Prabhupada, we distributing simply wonderfuls in airport. Prabhupada, And Prabhupada said, that's simply wonderful. Because all of you simply wonderful. Prabhupada said, because our Krishna is simply wonderful. Because our process is simply wonderful. And somebody said from behind, Srila Prabhupada, simply wonderful. That's all right, chant Hare Krishna. And he Prabhupada left. Simply wonderful. And also, Hamsaduta Prabhu also came 4 times in Moscow. Most people, they don't know about this. But because he was in charge of the Europe area, he also sneaked out in Moscow and he was instructing Ananta Shanti Prabhu. This is Ananta Shanti, his name, Anatoli. And Hansaduta Prabhu, that time I happened to meet this Hansaduta Prabhu in San Francisco. Now he's not anymore, but he told so far out stories. Unbelievable. Take risk for Krishna. Oh, come on. Going university on the day. Gosh, next thing, nothing, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, only Namaparadha. Haliman Shaitan Kagar. So that time, when we were that time, we wanted to take risk for Krishna. At Chamatkar Adbhuta, it said, I was telling in Los Angeles on lecture, because Krishna is a Rasaraj. He wants to enjoy rasa, right? He has all particular taste, mellow, with each and every living entity. And the rasa has to become Adbhuta, Chamatkara. It has to be something out of the box, which can make surprise Krishna. What? Wow, that's fantastic. Otherwise, same, boring thing. Everybody coming and asking something. But can you do something special that will make Krishna? Wow, that's interesting. Take some extra mile for Krishna. Krishna really loves you. And he said, rasa means should be something wonderful. Like that. And then they started to test everyone. Scientists, they started to spread this movement, they started to put these pamphlets going. And scientists, they started to check everyone. How does it work? So they didn't start to catch devotees. They didn't catch devotees immediately because there was, even for KGB and communism, there was something new. Chamatkara, what is this? What God? From where it came? What is this? Mantras. So they were trying to use this mantra maybe for some secret services, for intelligence, maybe for army use. Sometimes maybe it really gives some intelligence, something like that. Let's test it. They were making these different machines. They were trying to create different, diode with wires, putting seriously. And they have this frame, like moving. Sometimes they're checking chakras. Have you seen? I have experience. I was commander officer, and then shall I tell you my experience? Yeah. Actually, again, I have to speak it very briefly. Once it was a program, and I was commander officer. I used to put tilak. Commander officer. That's a different story how I became devotee. But when I became devotee, I started to put uniform and tilak. And people, everybody laughing. You pile, crazy. What is this? A bird passing stool? What is this? Openly, everybody laughing. Everybody laughing at me. I said, no, this is sign of God. And I used to preach. I had Karataus and Bhagavad Gita with me. And they make photo and put in national newspaper in front line. Big photo of mine. I still have that newspaper. And they said, Hare Krishna Commando. And I was still at Karataus and Bhagavad Gita. That time, it was 4 months, not even 3 months. Not too much. Communist was Bhagavad Gita and Hindu philosophy in Tilak. And people saying, what is this? Sometimes they have Gorkhas, Nepali Gorkhas, or some kind of commando. They put in some like black combat war. It's called war painting. Putting green and then like this. So people saying, your army officer, what is this? This is a war painting. Special commando, war painting, war color. When you go into the battle, you put your war. So like that. It's true. This Krishna consciousness movement, nothing but declaration of war to Maya. Prabhupada said. Yes. And we have to drop so many bombs and bullets in the form of books and magazines. And simply wonderful. Oh, simply wonderful. You eat, that's what happened to me. I took some Mahaprasad. So, and I met one devotee. Details you can hear maybe another lecture and well, I spoke this whole story. When one devotee looked at me, look at my eyes and said, "Hi." Infection हो गया. So I got that, wow, what is this? And I wanted to dance immediately. I wanted to dance and chant Hare Krishna. Yes. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Ko, Lama Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Ho. When devotee is happy with you, then you can come to Krishna very easily. Easily, they can connect you. Saeva sadhushu krito moksha dvarama pavritam. If you happen to come across with devotee, Brahmanta Brahmiti Kuno Bhagyavana Jiva, Sare Krishna Guru Paya Bhakti Lata Vidya. Only very fortunate. So we are very, very, very fortunate here. Very fortunate. Bahunam Janmanamante Giravan Mam Prapadyante Vasudeva Sarvam Iti Sa Mahatma Sudurlavaha. Very rare. So anyway, I became devotee still in uniform, and somebody invited me. It was a big, big conference in Kiev, near to the Kiev brewery, city brewery called Kiev. It's capital of Ukraine at that time. And 500 doctors, Reiki, you know Reiki doctors? Reiki doctors. That time it was also, you know, something like esoteric, something crazy. No, nobody believed that. Only allopathic, only medicine, only traditional medicine. All this stuff over there. No. But there are 500 esoteric doctors, Reiki. They came in one place and they had kind of conference together. And they happened to invite us, 4-5 people. I had my senior Vatna Protection Guru Archamurti, professor from university. She said, come, let's go. They're inviting us. We have to chant Hare Krishna. That time Russians, they were crazy. Hare Krishna, only Hare Krishna. No, this is Eke Hakuru Nandana, no compromise. So, okay, let's go. And that time we didn't have dhoti, we didn't have mridanga karatau. We had to do everything by our own hands. We used to take 2 buckets, put tape, you know. They put some, you know, in factory. We used to make karatau like from, like, you know, from copper or some steel. Put some rope, something, whatever gives sound, chalega. So we can put buckets. Main thing is mantra. So, and we didn't have dhoti also. I used to put bed sheet, you know, bed sheet. Can you imagine the clown in the bed sheet, like this. Even now, I will think I cannot go outside like this now. That time, we didn't care. No pension, no tension. So we went and we were, you know. Can you imagine? And this guy, we are sitting, it was like big cinema hall, 500 people sitting. I'm just trying to set up the scene. What was it? 500 people. And in front stage, they used to go one by one. One lady called, ladies and gentlemen, now, comrades, recalling one man from Kazakhstan, from Uzbekistan, from Turkmenistan, whatever, from Ukraine, from Russia, 12 countries, 16 countries. Yeah. So people come and just, they're doing that kind of different exercises. And one lady particularly, she was sitting with this kind of machine and with a frame, checking chakras and, you know, you have an idea. So, and this guy was doing like this, and this frame was moving like this, slowly. And she stand up and, comrades, now biological field, you know, energy, 25 meters, and all the people starting like this. Then another guy, some big guy up, and this frame moving a little bit more. Oh, biological field or biofield, it's like 30 meters, and with clapping. So this way they're like competing with each other. Who has bigger radius of this aura? And then when everybody became tired and like lunchtime, this is Yuri Sukharukov, his name was, leader of this team. Ladies and gentlemen, now we have our friends, they chanting mantras from India. We never heard about this. It's about yoga. We would like to hear these mantras, then we can have lunch. So everybody already bored, you know, okay, fill up the gap, you know, 10 minutes, okay. Let them know. Nobody was paying attention to us at all. And here, you know, 4 clowns came. And we took something bucket, you know, buckets. You'll be laughing and seeing us. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I mean, too much. What is this? It's such a scientific, big, super scientific. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Nobody taking us seriously. And this lady already packed her machine inside the bag and everything packed. And everybody sitting Okay, they watch, okay, prasadam, okay, not prasadam, of course. Lunch, it's everybody hungry. And all of a sudden, this lady taking out this frame from the bed. Let me check this, guys, how much energy they have. Because Atmavan Manne Jagat. In the eyes of flower, all world flowery, but in the eyes of thorn, all world is thorny. Depends on your consciousness. You see everyone like this. So she saw everyone in the terms of energy. Okay, that's energy. She put the frame, and guess what happened? And we are chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. My eyes like Jagannath. So many people, it was first time experience in my life to chant publicly like this. And I am commando officer, man. Nobody knows this because I was in bed sheet. And thank God that time we didn't have internet and YouTube. I was finished. So I came secretly to bed sheet because, oh God, I have to check his name. Oh, I am chanting, and I say, I hope there is no my friend here. So I was chanting, but she put this frame, and this frame I saw with my eyes. Like helicopter. Those guys with I like little bit. But when we said Hare Krishna, so this lady couldn't understand what's happening. She stopped it. Let me restart it. Now her eyes became like Jagannath. And then she was standing up and loudly proclaiming to her, comrades, by a few 1,000 kilometers till Siberia. And by seeing that frame moving like this, I got just enthusiasm. Wow! Even more heavy. So this frame moving like this, and I said, see, Tupac. Smashing his buckets like anything. So after sometimes I saw all this big holes started to stand up. And everybody raking, something eyes, I see some aura, I don't know what I see. They started to put hands toward us like this. Like, when it's very cold, you want to warm up your hands like that. So everybody like this. They forgot about lunch, about everything. They try to warm up themselves. Because when everybody saw this moving like this, we also have to get some battery charge, You have already from 30 meters, this guy has 1,000 kilometers, we have to charge battery. So everybody stood up. Now I became a bit scared. I said, hey, listen, maybe we have to stop it because too much already. People too much agitated already. So after a few minutes, we just stopped. So everybody came down and surrounded us like big crowd, like celebrities. Everybody asking, what was that? What was that? Super duper duper. This is such a light coming. Big golden pillar of light going to the sky. And do you know who are those guys? Which guys? Like 2-3 meters tall, big people were dancing behind you guys. I didn't say that. This guy said, honestly, I didn't see anything. But 1-2 people, okay, something wrong. But when so many 500 people, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Wow, I have goosebumps that time. My God, I'm just talking. I'm still. Nobody told after the next 3-5 years. Nobody told me that. Only in beginning problem. Now, then I was trying. Nothing happened. Till now, nobody told me 500. 3 meter tall people dancing behind me. Nobody told me. But that time, this guy said, wow, who are those guys? So much light, so much. I didn't see that, but I saw the frame was moving like this. That I saw. And I saw this guy 25, 30 meters, nothing. But when this was moving like this, I realized, yes. Namna Makari Bahudhari Sarva Shaktis. So much energy in holy name. No, I have to take it seriously. That was my first appetizer Krishna gave us. So, and then same thing, it was like special. Because when you're taking the risk for Krishna, you're getting out and putting bed sheet. Doesn't mean that you have to put bed sheet now. But that time we had nothing. But we have the sincere, innocent faith. I mean, like they say, no, keep it simply stupid. Make it simple. We were so simple, but sincerely we wanted to understand Krishna. And these devotees, they started to preach. Some devotees, they preached and Ambarish Prabhu, and this is another one very great personality. Also, it's described there how it was in Armenia and South Russia. They started to smuggle, they started to give lectures in the jungle. In the jungle. Later on, our spiritual masters, like Hare Krishna Maharaj, Gopal Krishna Maharaj, Vishnu Maharaj, they will be giving initiations in jungles. Devotees will be secretly going there because KGB will be following them. And jungle, they have some appointment. And sometimes one Mataji, my god sister, she was telling me, we came and we just about to do yagya, just to sit everybody secretly. And all that, Bhalo, police. So everybody started to run because KGB detected and running already behind them. So devotees running, and I remember our spiritual master was running, and there's one Mataji. What? Okay, your spiritual name is Krishna Das. I don't think you will get initiation like this. Rani, your spiritual name is Japamala. Yeah. Very risky. And then so many stories. They are running behind the car, following, and devotees had to make so many arrangements. One car, another car. They used to bring two similar cars, same to same. And then spiritual master sitting in that car and KGB following him. As soon as devotee turning behind the building, another car waiting there. And devotee similarly dressed like Guru. He jumps in this car and Guru jumps in that car. And that car goes in different direction and this car continues in the same direction. But not Guru already, this disciple, devotee sitting there in the same dress. And KGB following that guy. Not Guru. Yeah. And after some time, let's go, stop, come out. Where is this guy? This guy, I don't know. Hi. They misunderstood. They have to be very smart how to escape. So it was very difficult, and devotees were preaching fearlessly. This Ambarish Prabhu and this Ananta Shanti Prabhu was traveling all the Soviet Union. He was giving lectures, interviews very boldly in Ukraine, in Russia, in many Lithuania, Latvia. So, and devotees, people in Russia were so much receptive, so much wanted to take this. They were very sincere, very much sincere. And great enthusiasm was there. They started to learn Mridanga. They, somebody smuggled Mridanga to them. Amazing. They started to make pictures on the wall. They never saw pictures, Krishna, but they started to make pictures. And it became very homely. Anywhere you go, I was traveling. Actually, in 5 years, I was traveling all over Soviet Union without single ruble. I never spent anything. I was simply had my handmade karatals, and I used to preach to people. And do you know about Vedas? No, listen. So they used to take me to taxi for free, trains, everywhere. So it's another story. So, and then first came Hare Krishna Maharaj and Kirtiraj Prabhu. They first came and police. He gave several initiations, just secret initiation. He is the one who looked at my eyes, whoa, like this. He just looked at me, it's all story, but I came out in uniform. He came in front of me very close, looked at my eyes like this. And he looked at me for 20 seconds. Speaking, what this guy is about? He's telling the people, why are you staring at me? And I was sweating, what's going on? And he was looking. And then all of a sudden, Haribo! These people read too much. And then I was walking out from the school, and I saw one guy was sitting covered with a bed sheet like this. Literally, I'm not joking, like this. And he was honestly, it was a very dangerous sector. If I'll become like this, I'll become like this. He was sending Hare Krishna this time. Everybody were crazy, I tell you. It's not at all. Now we have Bhakti Shastri, we know how to do it properly. But that time everybody were making their own japamala, So but that time he gives this diksha. So, and he gives sannyas to this Ananta Shanti Prabhu. Sannyas. Straight away. No GBC, ABC, BBC, nothing. Straight. And then they were testing these yogis and they did all this researches. And then Srila Gopal Krishna Maharaj secretly came with some books. He came to Armenia and they found some secret printing press. Sarabhavana Prabhu and him, they started to print the books. I really telling you very shortcut because time and tide waiting for now. And he brought the books. Later on, it was like exhibition, exhibition will be there. And he placed in libraries, national libraries, sets of Bhagavatam in English. And later on, Kamalamala Prabhu and other devotees, they will be English speakers, Yamaraj Prabhu. So they will be sons. Yamaraj Prabhu, he was actually son of KGB officer. And one my friend from Rostov, he became temple president. He will, I really cannot tell you all these things too much, stories, but he was the son of the judge. He was the son of the judge who put all devotees in jail. And when he was putting devotees in jail, one devotee said, I curse that your son will become Hare Krishna. I pray to God that your son will become Hare Krishna. And it happened so. Son of the Supreme Judge became Hare Krishna devotee. And he cannot put his son in jail also. What to do? So, and devotees started to make the books by hands, They printed this photocopy books and they printed the machine. This typing machine and typewriters. And you have to put some, photocopies. To make one kick, you can make 10, maximum 10 photocopies, or 5, but they push to 10, 11. So to make sure that no time, you have to as many copies. And the devotee who was typing, he was telling me, I had to hit so heavily to make sure the 10th copy will be printed. So after some time, my fingers are bleeding, nails, blood coming from my nails, because I had to hit so heavily. They all night they were typing because you cannot, they're checking everything. So they typed and there were thousands of books and they were hiding like that. And devotees were binding by hand, handmade Bhagavad Gita. This is the first Bhagavad Gita in Russian. So like this, no any BBT printing, nothing super duper pooper blanks, photos, nothing. It's like completely, and they're making this booklets about vegetarianism. They were making this, brochures, handmade brochures. I remember I used to read these books at the beginning and I used to distribute these books. Then they make the books as Ishapanisha. It's like Indian thinking book. Book of India, Indian thinking. Not Ishapanisha. We cannot call this in Bhagavad Gita. It's book of Indian thinking. Like that. Because Russia and India at that time, so there were good relationships. And then there's a book about this, this George Harrison, Chant and Be Happy. They make this book of George Harrison where he said, well, I have Guru, and we all looking for Krishna. Krishna is God, Buddha, Yehovah, but God is one. So like that. And devotees started to distribute these books. They were distributing these books like crazy. And sometimes you're taking this Bhagavad Gita on the ground and you're going in the street and they, excuse me, are you interested in yoga? Nobody knew what is yoga, what is Krishna. I never saw Krishna in my life. Before I came to this movement, I never saw Krishna. Who is this Krishna? One devotee gave me the book. This is a book about war for army people. I was army man. Bhagavad Gita. And I saw Krishna's photo. And it was written there, wow, he looks like girl. And then devotee said, no, it's not he looks like girl. This girl looks like him. Everything beautiful in this world comes from him. This is the guy. His name Krishna. Very attractive. Oh, really cool. Huh? I was thinking, this is God. Must be really beautiful. So Russia, they had nice relationship with, with India at that time. So actually, and then Brezhnev, they make this exhibition, book exhibition in the National Library of Lenin's library. And Gopal Krishna Maharaj put these books in the libraries everywhere. So devotees, the first time they came and they found, see, you'll never find Gopal Krishna Maharaj in this dress, perhaps. Yes. We were talking with him actually before his departure, 1 week ago. I went to Delhi. We were discussing preaching plans with him. So, but who knew this great Mahatmas, Vishwapita Maharaj will leave this world. You cannot get association easily with them. But by their sweet will, they were available. They were stretching themselves. Samsarinam karunayaha purana mukyam. He was taking risk. Our spiritual master taking risk to be available for those souls who were looking for this knowledge. You see, he had to put the hair, sannyasi, putting this, hiding himself and covering like this. Bridge preaching. But nowadays, bridge preaching, I was telling, now psychology, astronomy, astrology, Jyotish, yoga. They're making so many bridge preachings, and devotees going to the bridge and never come back. Make sure that you come back also. It's nothing wrong to preach, but make sure you come back. And so there's libraries and devotees, they were going to libraries and they saw these books. Kamala Prabhu told me, I just really coming. And that time, people love to read books. This is a library in Russia. I used to study like this. We didn't have Google Maharaj, we didn't have, आजकल तो पूरा दुनिया मुट्ठी में. You can get anything nowadays. But that time you have to go to library and check some books. Now people, they don't have taste to read books much. But that time was very, very much interesting. And he said, I was looking book, I found this book very interesting, Mahabharata. And then in Srimad Bhagavatam, he read that and then he got idea, why don't we distribute this book? Nobody told him. Nobody told him that this came from his heart. He took some chapters, they printed it and started to distribute themselves. They had to print. And Russian people, they were reading very much that time. Very much interested in reading. See? And preaching went so boldly. You see this Lenin behind? He don't like anything. Who cares? Then GPC thought, no, this is already fine much. We have to do something with this because they're spreading like worse than coronavirus everywhere. Because people, they were looking, they were thirsty for spiritual knowledge for so many years. Nobody knew about spirituality. And here's yoga, karma, future ABCD, aim, behavior, character, discipline, who is God. And they, Ananta Shanti preached to one nice musical band. It's called, Sivitri, Flowers. Stas Namin, his name. Prototype of George Harrison in London. For Russia, Stas Namin, he was beginner of rock musician. He preached to him. Because he read that, this guy, Shyam Sundar Malati Mataji, Mukunda Maharaj, they preached in videos. Why don't we preach to all musicians? He preached to them, and they became devotees. Very happy. And one of them, is on left side, he became initiated by Srila Prabhupada later on. His name is, Valmiki Munidas, his name. How many of you that they were initiated by Prabhupada from Russia? He was a musician, and they were preaching and they were destroyed, and the police started to go everywhere, looking for them, catching them, and this Andropo came, like very heavy. That this is a sect, is very detrimental to Soviet Union, and there are three most important dangers for our country: Pepsi Cola, jeans, Lee Cooper, and Hare Krishna. Yes, he gave report to the president, and after that, devoted in this magazine. In my house, I had big library of this magazine. They printed this, and people sent to many articles about Hare Krishna. Very negative, very bad information. These people, they destroy the health of people. They started to put devotees in jail. Katma Prabhu on the left side, he was first in jail. And the judge, they started to sentence devotee for nothing. They they make up their, you destroy the health of people. Vegetarianism is very against the health. It's sufficient calories, not sufficient. You cannot become healthy by eating aloo only. What is this? So they destroy the health of our citizens. That's why political citizens have to be in jail. Whatever. So many false accusations. And they put in jail very heavy. And some devotees, they died. Like Sachi Sutta Prabhu. In details, Sarvabhavana Prabhu salted bread. If you didn't read, you read. Tears in the eyes, what they have done. You put in Tilak in jail. You simply have to say, reject Krishna, and you do nothing to you. But the Buddhist, no. If you reject, then thousands of people behind also will reject. You will not reject. And he died. He died in jail. It was 1 week before he was about to be released. He put the bed sheet, actually again, he put toothpaste. By toothpaste, he put Tilak. He put, make out of paper, he made garland. He cut paper, make garland of flowers that is out of paper. Put garland out of paper on himself, make paper flowers, like out of, what's called, anyway, right? Flower. He made these flowers out of paper, put on himself, put Tilak out of toothpaste. Sit down, put photo of his spiritual master, Hare Krishna Maharaj. Hare Krishna, and that body. Yoga Siddhi Samadhi, and he got body. And the devotee, they make, of course, Samadhi for him, and he left. And the Kamalamala Prabhu, this Kamalamala Prabhu, so many stories. He said, we were in jail, they were put in jail. So now, actually, the lecture is supposed to start. So the introduction. How much time we have? 10 minutes or 20 minutes? Or the time is up? No, you tell me, so we can give French, so I can make it for you. Half an hour, till 6:30. Chalega? Okay? Okay, so now, Jnanam, very interesting. Now, real movie starts. Ding, 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 ding. Serial. Mahabharata. Mahabharata. Russian version, you see. So they started to put devotees in jail. They put them in jail. They put them in, very separated rooms, not giving anything to them. This is the Parjanya Maharaj, yes. You know him?
Yes.
Parjanya Maharaj. So he was telling stories. They put them in jail. And you know what? They didn't know mantras also. Sometimes he said, Yamaraj Prabhu was sitting in another cell, and I was in another cell. And sometimes it's called Russians from Malayalam. They used to make these notes to each other. And by giving some bribe to the jailkeeper, they used to deliver this note to another cell. So that in this way they're communicating like this. And one day he said, I forgot Tulsi mantra. Can you tell me Tulsi mantra? And Yamaraj wrote him Tulsi mantra. And when delivering this Tulsi mantra to Parjanya Maharaj, KGB caught that jailkeeper. Sir, what is this? You some secret message you're sending. Okay, call this guy. They call Parjanya Maharaj. What is this? What is the secret message? What is this? Brindaya, Tulsi Divaya, Praya, Keshavasija. Secret language, very dangerous. They communicating very secret language. No. Brindaya, Tulsi Divaya, Praya, Keshavasija, Krishna Bhakti, Satyavati. What is this? Say, we will not give it to you. Say, what is this? They open to him and they put a change, What is this? And Parjanya was looking and trying to memorize, and that's the police. He memorized it. Yes, he memorized it. From secret information. Yes. And then, okay, we're going to bring some police now. This guy over there, and this inspector said, okay, take quickly. He was a positive guy, When police inspector will come, by the time he'll come back, please memorize. He was helping the devotee. Many of these judges and police, they were actually sympathizing devotees. But what to do? Upar se aa gaya. So they have to follow their authority because it came from the top high court. Because devotees, they are preaching them. See, nothing, we are not smoking, no drinking, no intoxication. We are not bad guys, come on. And they put them in the barrack with 20 people. Everybody smoking there, bad words, rough words. They sleeping by 3 o'clock at night, playing cards, drunk, These are like authority, criminal authorities there. They staying there for 40 years already, They're like gangs, they can do anything to you. I don't want to tell you what they do to people there. And this guy, devotee was staying with them. And they put them in kind of behind bars with all this and dogs, and they like criminals. And they were telling me what kind of people were sitting with us in the same cell. Somebody killed his father with an axe. Another one cut the breast of his mother, Somebody killed I don't want to tell you, horrible things. And we were just one of them. So, and they were torturing us with the dogs, and they're not giving food to us. And what to do? Special dress they used to do. And nothing. Food, it was like pakka in army. You cannot sit without order. You cannot eat without, you have to stand up with order. And they used to give only limited stuff, like meat and fish, all this stuff nonsense. But they used to give 400 gram of bread only. And 1 spoon of sugar. That's all. And bread also, they said, we have to use only bread because nothing else you can eat there. And they used to do, chanting, they took everything, japamala, everything they took from them. So they used to do japamala out of bread, making bola, putting that out of bread, they used to bread, okay, there's their own bread. They putting this on this bread, drying on the window on the bars, there, and then they use, they make out of bread. This is gola, big rounds. They make japamala out of bread, dry bread. Then police again took it, and again next portion of their food they use not for eating but for making japamala. And you know, and one day he said we had to go. I mean, sometimes they wanted to kill them. And Yamaraj Prabhu said, somebody said, hey, you Krishna, nonsense Krishna, you offended my God, I will kill you. Yamaraj said, I don't know from where I got this humor, from where I got that, I don't know from where. He was like, very thin. But he came to the authority of the jail authority. Like, no, we call it Pahan, they call it. What would they say? Like, thief in law, criminal in law, like gang, like the boss there. So he came to the boss and said, I'm so sorry, I'm going to kill this guy. He offended my God. And he said, I started to pray. I started to pray to Krishna. He said, I'm so sorry. I read that if somebody offending, God, it cannot tolerate it. So he said, and it's big thing, if I just simply offend him, he will kill me. He will do trouble. I have to kill him. So he might, guess what? Next morning, he was sharing this. 4 o'clock morning, that guy, he was Gunda for many, many years. He was staying in jail. All of a sudden, he came to him at night, 4 o'clock morning. Hey, Krishna, hey, Krishna, listen, Krishna, I have to talk to you something. What happened? You see, you tell to your God, I will not do anything to you, I will tell you. But what happened? Tell me the story. This guy said, I could not sleep yesterday night. I just could not sleep, something like fire from inside. And somehow I got some little sleep. And I saw a dream as if I'm released from jail. And this guy was supposed to be released in 1 week time. After 1 week, he was supposed to be free. Over his sentence. And I dreamed that I released from jail. I came to my home, and my all relatives came. In the cars, they came and they put big bundle. And I went inside bundle, and I saw all food like you, Hare Krishna, vegetarian only. No meat, nothing. I said, what is this? Not grass or what? I was kind of in dream. I was surprised. Why is this Hare Krishna food only here? Then I look up and I saw your God. And your God, look at me. You torturing my children. I will make sure that your relatives will not see you anymore. And he was shocked. I saw you, Krishna. And then he saw I have this big well, and then Krishna came, I believe in the form of Nrsimha, he was telling in such a way. There's a well full of, what do you call it? They put in a roof. That, so, no, black one, tar, correct, again, tar. Liquid boiling tar, full well. And Krishna came and put big spoon and started to pour the tar on his relatives. Car burning, people, everybody in tar dying in the dream. All cars filled with tar, destroyed everything. And he was horrified in the dream. He fell on his feet in the dream. And he said, even now I can still feel how my knees are burning by the tar. Like reflected, some marks are there. Oh, so I said, please. And God said, no, you have to ask forgiveness and you have to take his religion. You have to accept this philosophy. So he woke up and immediately came to this guy. Remember, you tell to your God, I will not do anything. Okay, so please. But what should I do? Tell me, what should I do? He said, you know what? It's Gaura Purnima comes. Gaura Purnima. It was Gaura Purnima very soon. What Gaura Purnima comes, that time you should not eat anything, no drinking, no smoking. You have to fast. Okay? Really, it's very too much, Too much. For them, not drinking, not smoking. Smokers, chain smokers, they're in jail, this is their best business. no smoking, no. Yeah, you have to do that. And Yamaraj said, in Gaur Purnima time, everybody should give me this is your dose of bread to me. Fasting. Everybody started to respect him, If boss happened to boss like this, and said, you have to give me 400 grams of your bread, everybody getting 400, sugar, please give it to me. And sugar also give to me. So at night, he had some lighter. He said, I took all the bread, they give that. They give to him. Now they already respecting people. These people, khatarnak, So, like that. And they give bread to him. And he mixed the bread with the water, make the water, and then he put the sugar and by the lighter at night. You cannot do it, so police should not see this. Otherwise, you'll be in separate room for karcher. Very heavily beaten there, and you'll be in cold, small room there for 1 month. Special torture will be for you. So they were risking. And two guys, prisoners, were helping him. They also risking their own life. So he was by this lighter, he made caramel, melted the sugar, made caramel, and then he dried the bread, it became like a cake. Then he put caramel on the top, it became like cake. And in Gaura Purnima, they offered this to Gauranga Mahaprabhu. They offered in the bar, he saw full moon. He offered to the full moon. Lord Chaitanya's moon is rising, and it's not at all surprising. He offered this bread to the moon. And he distributed this. This is Yamaraj Prabhu. He was sharing, Yamaraj Prabhu. He was a young boy that time. Like that. He was offering to the moon, and all the prisoners, they put their hands. I give it to me. He was distributing as Mahaprasadam. And he told us, Papa, I never ever tasted that sweetness. Even after that, later on in future, so many cakes were there, but never can replace that taste we were having in jail.
Yeah.
And I was distributing that cake to everyone. And everybody, hey, Hare Krishna. So we distribute to all the prisoners, even smuggled to different cells. People were Mahaprasad. Yes. And people were beating there. And there were crazy people staying there. People were really mad. There's one story. He said, Yamaraj said, it was one yogi in jail, because people used to put in jail because of Hare Krishna, yoga or some. Yoga also was prohibited in Russia. Hatha yoga, Iyengar, it was banned. If you're doing yoga in jail. So one yogi was there, who was practicing yoga. Said, oh, you are Hare Krishna, I'm yogi. So he taught him Mahamantra. You have to chant Mahamantra. The yogi asked him, how many times I have to chant? Usually we chanting 16 rounds, but you can start with 2. The Jew, oh, why 2? We have enough time here. I will chant 32. He started to chant 32, 16, 32. And because he was meditating, see, it's nice sometimes from one point of view. Nowadays, he is too much lazy. Oh, no. We have no time. That yogi was started